Okay, a little bit of setup. Stand by. Okay. One last thing. There we go. And there it is. All right, mic test test. Cool. We are GTG. Good to go. Welcome everybody. I believe today we are finishing up our fuel power plant. It should be fully rocking and rolling once we get done today. Don't fall over, phone. Okay, where were we? That line's good. That line's good. That line's good. That line, still struggling a bit, but that's just because we have to put more, and it looks like we are here to... Yep. Just fine. Once we get those up and running, we'll really be able to see our power output. Our full power output. Add some here. And here. 3, 4, 5. Everything looks good there. 3. And of course this one needs some too. Probably not nearly as much as that one, but hey, we're gonna prime it up anyways. All right, let's let those go. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we're gonna start thinking about making a more permanent structure so that way we can use up how many canisters do we have in here? Jesus, so many. A more permanent structure to make more plastics. See, what is the rubber? Same thing, but much less. We'll have to figure out how much we're making and then split it 4 to 6. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's think. How much polymer resin are we producing with each individual line? 20. Just 20 times 7. 140 per. Yeah. Per this one line. And then 140 times 5, 700. So we're producing 700. Hello, Mateo. Welcome, sir. I just finished adding canisters, so I'm letting it run through the system. And I'm doing some quick maths. So we are producing 700 polymer resin. And what we're going to want to do is split up that polymer resin between making both plastic and rubber. It's going to be tricky because plastic, if we tone this down, right, needs 60 per minute. Rubber needs 40 per minute. I shouldn't have done that. I think I just produced some rubber. Oh well. So, am I muted? I shouldn't be muted. I better not be muted. I just did a... Hold up. Mic check, check, check. I'm not muted. Is your volume down? Mic check, check, check. I can hear just fine on the TV. Yeah. Is it on your end, sir? Is your volume up? It was me. But so yeah, we're gonna have to find, so it's like a 4 plastic or 4-to-6 ratio. So we could either figure that out or hear me out. We are already producing how much rubber? 40 rubber per minute on one line. So 200 rubber. We're already producing an okay amount of rubber. No, that don't seem right. I'm not going to do that. So what we'll probably do, a 4-to-6 ratio, that's 1/3, a 1-to-3. No, that's not right. A 2/3 to radio, 2-to-3. So if we just have 2 lines making rubber and then 3 lines making plastic, theoretically that would work, right? 140 times 3. It's producing 420. 420 divided by 60 works out. No, not times, divided by 60, and 7. Yeah, and then I can overclock if needed. And then the other two, 140 times 2, 280. Yeah. That'll work out. Can I just... I want to do that. How much are you making total? 20 per minute? Okay. What about residual plastic? Also 20 per minute. So we'll be definitely producing more plastic than rubber, but that's just going to have to be the downfall of it because the plastic... Actually, it's a rubber that needs less. So it would be 4 of them. 3 of them would be rubber and 2 of them would be plastic. So we'll be producing a lot more. Yeah, we'll be producing a lot more rubber than plastic, which is fine. It really doesn't, it's not that huge of a deal. But let's go check everything. We've done the math. Okay, how are things looking? This side, still a little bit of a struggle bus. Only a little bit, though. It's almost right there. Almost. I think one more set of 100 will do it. These guys are still doing a little struggle. Let's make sure everything's set up right before we freak out. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I see 3 down there. Yep. Okay. Everything's set up right, so it's just needs more. Just needs more is all. Yeah, look at the huge gaps on the bottom row. So we're almost there. Almost there. Oh, I jumped too early. Okay. Yep. Like I said, one set of 100 should cure this. Ooh. It won't hurt to do another 100. That should cure that. And then this guy. You know, I think they were smart when it come to the packagers, not allowing. Let's crash the whole stream. Just flood it. It is tempting. It really is. Maybe I'll make like an alternate save. And we'll do like a test. And on that test, we'll see what happens when we just flood the system with crates. Apparently, from what I've seen on other people's stuff, not many people do it the way I did this, which is crazy to me because it seems like, I mean, besides the length of the belts, it's like seems like the most efficient to me, you know? Like this whole part is just lined up perfectly. And it's just working beautifully. Like look. So that's what I'm concerned that we're gonna have when we fill it up completely. Like that line is full, you know? Oh yeah, with the packagers, it's smart that they didn't allow Somers loops. Could you imagine like putting one crate to make one water, but you're producing 2 water canisters? That would kind of screw things up. One thing though is I learned a lot doing this, you know? I think we did a really good job filling this out. Really good job. Yeah. Okay, so the plan is 1, 2, 3 of rubber, right? Oh, we got our junk in here. Go and grab all that. Take all. Sort. So we'll need 2 belt lines, essentially. 1 to pull just rubber, and 1 to pull just plastic. Since we're doing 3 rubber, there'll be 480 rubber total. And on the plastic, it's going to be less. So we shouldn't have any concern. Well, it's not going to be that. It's going to be all the rubber and plastic we can pull away, right? It's the polymer resin that we want. So we need in lieu of rubber, I can't just, well, I could just cut it off. Cut it off right there, because it's still going to flow in there. It's still going to flow. Okay. Do this so it can finish off the polymer resin. Why don't I just build another one, dummy? Okay, so 1 of plastic, 1 of rubber. They're going to be maxed out. So how much polymer resin are we producing? Is 700, right? If we split 3 off, so what was it? 7 times 20. Yeah, 140 per line. If we take 3 of those lines, 4 is too much. 3 of those lines. So 3 of those lines going into 1, and then, yeah, just like how we thought. Okay. So we'll have 3 total lines. 1 coming out of the excess for plastic, and then 1 coming off the excess for rubber, and then a 3rd one bringing all the residual to a bunch of refineries to get made into stuff. And if we have 480, what was it? 420? 420 divided by 40. 10.5. That's doable. That's really doable. Make the last one half. And that'll make our rubber. And then 280 divided by 60. What if we do the 420 divided by 60? We only need 4. Okay. That wasn't 420 though, that was 240. 420 divided by 60. 7, because this needs 60. And then the rubber only needs 40. So 280. 7. So they... Huh. So yeah, we'll do it like that. Plastic takes the 3, rubber takes the 2. They'll need equally the same, so we'll need 14 of these. Now, how do we want to do this? I think we can easily fit them right here. Because the plan should be the plastic and rubber we're going to move off, probably stack over here. And they're going to store and then awesome sink the rest. And then same thing, the residual is going to be used and the plastic and rubber can come over here as well and store. Or we can just, you know, build ground to store it, because probably going to have to build a train station anyways, so might as well have the storage here. That way the train station could take it out. So what I'm thinking, oh, darn it. This will be storage. So it'll probably be, I'm thinking 2 for plastic and 2 for rubber for now. Well, no, just 1. 1 for plastic, 1 for rubber for now. And then when we get the trains and we have to move stuff around, we'll figure it out then. That's going to be a doozy. Now, which way to have it come in from? So I could have the residual plastic come from this side with the water and then have it come out. So you can have it come out, over, and through here. That means we would need an awesome sink. Over here. Does that make sense? It's making sense in my brain. Why are you guys yellow? Do we just still not have enough canisters down there? I'll figure it out in a minute. But yeah, so all the rubber and plastic being made is going to come down here, slide over, and store and sink. And then we're going to take the residuals, we're going to take them that way and around. And they're going to go in these with the water, and then they're going to produce rubber and plastic. And that rubber plastic is also going to come over and in. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like we still need some canisters. Makes sense? Makes sense to me. And that should give us all the rubber and plastic we probably will ever need for now, until we have to find fuel depots specifically for rubber and plastic. Yep, we still have some shortage. Little, very little. All right, more than a little. Doesn't even look full yet, so. Sounds reasonable? Sounds reasonable to me. It shouldn't be that too hard. It sounds like 14 total refineries or whatever they are producing what we need. Yeah, still need canisters. I figured as much. But the good thing is this line is not showing any canisters. Click. There we go. Not drag, click. How are we looking over here? Oh yeah, we're looking good. Okay. Oh, what is this? You're not going to escape me. Mateo, you and me might just have to just like stand here and watch for any yellow to pop up. But it makes sense because this line is not 100% filled, so. But let's see. Power output, we're sitting at 46. It's still kind of wavy. Peak content, yeah, I know, right? Glare at the green poles. Oh, it's close, but it's burning. It's nervously close, but it's close. That's just how it's gonna have to be. Guessing you're the same way. You look like you're a little better off. Yeah, you're doing a little better off. Why is your pipe different? That makes me nervous. But you're fine. Why are those yellow? Are those even on? Tell me if I'm crazy. Weren't those just off? And why do these ones have less fuel than the other one? Okay, we'll come back to that. Yeah, I'm not surprised that one's still struggling. This one's doing okay. You guys still good? Okay. Flood it periodically. Yeah, I'm fucking edging right there, ain't I? At least that first one for sure. Like these back two. This one seems. We'll see. Let's check these out. This one seems to be running the most efficient. It's not edging anywhere. This one doesn't need to be flooded. These two probably will, because even though this pipe's fine, we saw these two go off. Oh, okay. They're doing a little better. Barely. Yeah, 97%. So it's going up. I think it just needs to be flooded one more time. Yeah. And then what about this guy? He's at 87. So he's not doing so well. So Ah. Before we flood anymore, let's go check the containers. I'm real tempted to just start flooding it, you know? It really is, man. It's like we're like almost right there. Ooh, I need those. Yeah, I see that dipped to 478 for a second. Because I mean, if we flood it, right? They'll work regardless. They ain't gonna be no problems of not flooded or not having enough containers. Because what could be happening, since they're kind of intermixed, some points the top row is gonna have too much, and the bottom row won't have enough, and then vice versa. You know. And also, I think that one just needed a little bit more. I mean, just about everything is edging up too, so just about everything is right there. But it's running better than it was. Definitely yesterday since we found that mistake. All right. I have a dismantle crate. Why do I have a dismantle crate? I'll grab it later. Let's let that work itself out. And while that's working itself out, you know, can I just look it up? Hold on. Let's see if I can just look it up. Satisfactory. Can you have too many canisters in a closed loop? You can have too many canisters in a closed loop in Satisfactory, as excessive canisters can clog your system by preventing empty canisters from being returned to the packagers. Supposedly. It could be fake news, you know, you never know. The real question is what to do with all these freaking canisters. Because they're kind of in the way. Might just have to transfer them. So I don't get rid of them. I could use them somewhere. Bink. I was gonna say, where's my dismantle crate? Oh, don't tell me that just deleted everything, because there's no way that I'll fit in here. Did it just get rid of all the cannon? Oh, that. Yeah, because what it was saying was, I just lost all all those canisters. Oh well, I can make more. Is game audio back on, or was it just because I was out of the thing probably? Okay, let's go. Where should we do this? Right here? Yeah, that gives us enough room. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can destroy that. Gotta make sure I don't destroy anything important. It was never on. How is it never on? Why is it not on? Properties. That work? No. So you can hear me, but not the game for some reason, huh? That's weird. Why is it doing that? Huh. Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout! There we go. Is it working now? It was working. Same here, no game audio. There we go. Okay. I know why. It's because I went to a different screen, and for some reason it screwed up my whole audio BS. So, yeah, there's that. Okay. There was something else I need to do. It's gonna make the sound go off, but it's okay. It's just gonna take me a second. Don't worry. Just give me a sec. I gotta do some things. Hold it. Hold it. Okay, there we go. Okay. What's up, Oki? Okay, so where were we? 7. I fell. 8. 9. I'm okay with that. 10. 11. 12. 13. Just enough space. 14. I'm gonna do a 15th one right here because I want to destroy that one at the end. I'd like the room that we have to be down there. Alright, so let's double check our maths. So for residual plastic, we need 60 per minute. And then, why do you vex me, game? So 140 times 3. 140 times 3 is 420, yeah. 420 divided by 60, 7. Okay, so that's 7 of them, and then that'll handle our plastic. And then for rubber, 40. So 140 times 2 is 280. 280 divided by 40 is another 7. So 7 for each. Look, man, I don't need you. Well, I mean, if these ones are doing it, it's probably not that huge of a... I don't know. But you know what will fix all of this? You know what will fix all of this? Not worrying about it so much. Because you know what we can do in the future? In the future... we'll have a Mark V belt. And a Mark V belt, I can just connect them all and get rid of that top layer. So even if it is an issue right now, it's not so much of an issue where I have to worry about my power going out. You know what I mean? And once I get a higher level belt system, it'll just be one belt, all of them are just going to be one belt. It'll no longer be 2 stacked belts with weird stuff going on. Does that make sense? But the lines, I know they're pretty and they're gorgeous and beautiful, but for things to run perfectly efficient, it probably needs to be one line. So, until then, yeah, ha ha ha, I saw you. Until then, the belts may have a little trouble. But once they get worked out to where we can get higher level belts, it's not going to be an issue no more. So we'll let it be for now. Add that. I see you in there. We'll let it be for now. I think that last bit was good enough. Let's start on this. We have to do it. Trust the flood, embrace it. You probably need to flood it. I think you just want to break my stuff, Mateo. We're gonna have to do this in a way that it's not gonna clog up our machines, because there's a good chance if we do it wrong, it will. So we know we need 3 lines. It's gonna have to be 3 smart splitters. 6, 9, 12, 16. 15, sorry. Eat the cake. Eat the cake. No. I think you know, if we keep, you know, what's the definition of insanity? Continuously doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. We're gonna drive ourselves insane trying to get these lines to work the most perfectly, when all we have to do is wait until we get better belts, and we can do it with just one belt line. And with one belt line, it'll run extremely efficient. But until then, how do I want to do this? We need to do these 3 together and to go into the first 7. And then the last 2 together to go into the next 7. But we need to pull the rubber and plastic out. So we need smart splitters for sure. So we need AI limiters to start with. Do we have everything for AI limiters? Oh yeah, we definitely do. Not enough space in inventory. How dare you, game. Don't need. Get rid of that junk. There. Do I have space now? And we needed 15. It's not the same though. Because you're getting a result. You're getting an end result. The thing is it's like something's not working, so you try something knowing it's not the answer, but you try it again and again, and it's still not fixing the issue. So, yeah. Okay, so we need to see, I think with the intermingling of the slower line and the faster line, what's probably happening is at some point the slower line is going to get overwhelmed and clogged with too much, and it'll sooner or later sort itself out and end up back into it. You need to keep adding them until it's full. Well, I could, or I could just wait. So smart splitter on each one. One here. Two. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. I need to prep everything before I start screwing with that, because the second I start screwing with that and it don't work, it's gonna cause problems. So we'll have splitter. Splitter 1 and splitter 2. We'll go straight to 4 because we'll probably need it. You. Wrong place. Fix now. Four now. Okay. And then here? Yeah, that seems about right. You probably could have been a lot closer to the pipe. Oh, I see what's going on. There we go. I kind of hate that. That's better. You're right, it should be smart splitters. Thank you. What do I mean, it still would have worked. Oh, damn it. But just not efficiently. I did it again. Okay. Smart splitter. Here. And here. Let's go and program it. Overflow. Plastic. Overflow. Shouldn't rubber be right here? Rubber right there. I'm just blind. There we go. Then here. Will I be able to connect all of these together? That's the question. Each of them are going to produce 20, and there's 14 of them. 14 times 20, 280. Oh, yeah. Definitely. All right, let me make sure of that. 20 plastic. 20 rubber. All right. This does not need to be. I knew I should have had that over one more. No, that's fine. Yay, we're back to building. Yay, we're back to using up all of our electricity. Luckily not in all of this, but... And this is just to get a decent flow of plastic and rubber. Okay. This is going to need splitters, and it's going to need 2 separate lines of splitters. Because there's a total of 700 of the byproduct being made. So what we're going to do, probably have another line. The first 7, which we're not going to touch yet, but we'll have them ready. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. First 7 are set. And then last 7 just need splitters. Ooh, no, hold on. Skirt. Because we need water. We do need water. Water is important. That's fine. The second row is just going to have to be elevated as well. It's not going to make that much of a difference. It's just not going to look the way I thought it would. So I thought I'd have a line up here and then a line right underneath. Okay. $480, right? Yeah. Go all the way. Go all the way. Aww. I was really hoping it'd go all the way. Oh well. Okay. So the first 6 splitters. 1 there. 2. 3. 4, 5, 6, and then the last one, we're gonna have it facing. Oh, you're not gonna do it. You won't do it, will you? Oh, damn. Oh well. It won't do it. I was gonna have the inbound facing outbound, but it didn't like it. I'll just have this belt go on the outside of those belts on the higher level and then just cut in. Basically, this is all going to look the same, except on this one there's going to be a belt on the outside that's just going to curve in at the end. So no need to really go higher. I think you just want belts going over splitters again, huh? Well, that only needs to be a Mark 1 because it only needs 60 per, so we can change that to Mark 1. Why'd you show weird? Why'd you do that? That's why. Okay, how much water will we need? 20 per, 140. I don't know, we'll see. Again, I can always just adjust things. It wouldn't be that much harder. Because there's going to be two different belts anyways. One's going to end much sooner than the other one. So, I mean, they still could come over. They'll just drop down at the end, you know what I'm saying? They could either curve in or drop in, but having to go a whole nother level, I mean, really isn't necessary. I don't like doing it. I don't like the way it looks. You can, I think you can, because here, I'll show you, which I'm sure you know. You can do that. I just hate the way it looks. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I like this. I can, you know, it looks better to me. I'm pretty sure you can. I just hate it. Yeah. 20 times 7 is 140, so I think that's just one of these guys. Is it really just one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this guy. It needs to be clocked up a bit, but that's fine. That's fair. 140. And then a single pipe is 300, right? Yeah. Much easier than what we've been dealing with. I wonder if they'll ever make a stronger pipe system. You know, one that can hold more than just 600. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Make one that can do like 1500. Call it something funny like fiber optic pipe. So I mean, we have like what's like the final level of the belts is like light belts. There we go. And it might. I'll have to. You have to get a pipe to 600. Yeah. Funny guy. Huh. That one's not right. It's not right. I don't like it. You know, I'm kind of glad, you know, that they kept the water physics in, giving you an extra challenge that you have to deal with. There we go. That's all that needs. Plastic. All these should be plastic. Oh, copied. Oops. I think it was plastic anyways. Yep. How much more do we got? 2 more? Ah! Ooh, almost got stuck. 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now that we got that, we will need to focus on the outbound, but what we're gonna do okay, those are set up, so now we need to set up I might have to scoot those over. We'll see. I don't know if I can fit a merger. Well, I can just do this, right? Get rid of this. Add a merger like that. There we go. That works. That works. Wow, I didn't have to build it right there at all. I just needed this foundation, huh? So that'll get both of them. Okay. 7. I'm gonna have to move those. Smart splitter. Come on, I need you to see this one down here, damn it. That's fine. We'll just move it closer. You still don't see it? I really don't want to eyeball it, but if I have to, I will. H. There we go. Now let's nudge. Way too much. Small nudge. Small nudge is still not even. Yeah, it's smart splitter. Oh, it's just a splitter. Ha! That's fine. You're right. What if I do raise it? Because then it'll be on the same level. No, it won't do it. I know what we need to do. Hold on. We want it right there, right? So... now it should see that belt line. Yeah, there we go. I am so smart. So freaking smart. Probably doesn't need to be a Mark IV, but hey, it's there. It's ready. Now we just gotta hope freaking belt's the right way. I mean, that's why most of the time I disconnect the stuff so it can fit correctly. Okay, which we can give ourselves more room. There's no reason to be that tight. scoot over one. I know, crazy concept, right? I think what I can do... Where's it at? Where's it at? This guy. Oh, you won't see that? Why? It's because there's no belt on it? Why? Complicated for no reason game. There, now I can see that. So, real quick. Panic mode, panic mode, panic mode. Okay. So, overflow. Well, it won't be overflow, will it? It'll only be the residual stuff. What is it called? The resin. But one is gonna be... Well, right now it'd be smart to do it, because if I don't, it'll back up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Had to make sure it was still going through. Alright, so plastic and rubber is going to come down here. Merger. Good and lined up. That way we are, and then we're going to line up with the first one. There we go. Oh, this is fine. We'll have 1, 2, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're fine. No. Why? Just right there. Is it too tight of a turn? There. It's not for default. I hate myself. Don't need smart, just need a merger. Right there. Are we good now? Are we straight? Yes. Ooh, just don't like that corner, do you? Okay, so that's gonna pull the plastic and rubber. And then we just need that stuff. Let's go ahead. We should have no problem connecting this. Cause no, you punk. Where were you even going? Were you going in there? That's crazy sauce. Alright, plastic, rubber, plastic, rubber. Nothing should be going in the awesome sink. Good. Everything's set up right. Now we need... Damn, I gotta go all the way over there. Oh well. I just thought of something. Remember we were talking about whatever? I could just have this belt going that way, and then the belt on the other side going the opposite way. They don't need to be coming from the same spot. Especially if I can make them come from 2 different sides of the machine. So we shall fix this. I think it was just before the last 2. We need to break that pipe. So that way we have somewhere to place it. Better make sure it's straight so I don't give myself a tumor. And last 2. Okay. This is gonna be splitters. See, this is as close as I'm comfortably willing to do it. But other than that, like I said earlier, it's, I don't like them right on top of each other. They'll probably work better too, so I don't have to do shit like this. Trial and error. That just means on the other side we'll be able to do it a lot smoother. No, dummy, get back here. There we go. Don't need you anymore, but we do need to reconnect you. How about we go ahead and get some power run into this guy? Yeah? Fill up that pipe. So that way it's nice and prepped for us. Alright, plastic is being moved in here. And then we're gonna make a nice smooth line from this one's entrance, which is right in the middle. Yeah. We don't need Mark IV though. Not for this. Not for right here. 140. So we only need Mark III. At least until everything starts combining. So that means merger. Hey, you're in the way. Have it come right here so we can make those go over. How far are you gonna go? Right there. And then it's just a little too close, I guess. and that means it's gonna come up here and go up in there. No, that needs to stay 4. Because it's gonna be 480 from then on out. So, that means we can break this, break that, grab a 3, connect it there. There we go. Hey! 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 You don't belong here. Get back here. I gotta catch it. Where'd it go? We have a traitor in our midst. Where'd that plastic go? Are you in here? No? No? In there? Y'all saw the plastic, right? I'm not going crazy. I mean, it's gonna pop up for sure. It's gonna clog our system. We'll figure out then. I mean, this alone is gonna clog our system here in a minute, but what we could do to prevent that is start hooking everything up, yeah? We have power poles right here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Slap them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need 2 more. 6, 7. There. Look for the machine that's shut down, which is that guy. Draconic. Hello, sir. There it is. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That makes sense, because that was kind of like the last place I saw him. Was just before that one. Let's hope to everything that is the one and only time that happens. Overflow. I mean, what we can do is, now that it's set up right, we can set up to be polymer resin. I can't set this up to be polymer resin because we need polymer resin and rubber, but here it can be polymer resin, right? It shouldn't have any screw ups anymore. I mean, it's not a lot of plastic and rubber coming out. It shouldn't have any problem sorting it. Maybe it was just because it was like the first setup and it freaked it out, you know? Okay, now we need to do the same thing with this next set. But we're gonna do it a little bit more over. Because why? We can just move it over and join them. Let's see here. This is just temporary. And then here. Those seem far apart. You guys, yeah, they are. They're good. Because you're linked perfectly. Whoa. To that one. Yep. Okay. Smart splitter. Smart splitter. No, it's the same issue. Only one inflow. Only one side is inflow. I need the... I wonder if I can research it, actually. Let's pull the MAM out. What I need... At least what I think I need is a programmable splitter. Yeah. There's one other one too. Where's it at? It's not in power slugs. Is it in quartz? Material residence screening priority merger. I don't know what that one is. I don't know what it does. But yeah. If I did a programmable splitter, what do I need for the programmable splitter? If it would work that way, I would like to try it out. 100 AI limiters, Jesus, and 50 computer, which we have, and 50 heavy, which we have. Did I put my computers back in here? Ah, nope. Lame. Do we want to make the trip back? Do we want to do that? I'll continue doing this, and if we do, I will. If we don't, I won't. So I'll keep an eye in chat. If we want to, I can. See what we can do. I need 3 on this one. So this one, that one, and then the next one. Which what I was thinking about doing was just doing the next set of 2 here, and then the next set of 2 here. Which wouldn't really be that hard. Of different product, like this is plastic, that's rubber, plastic, rubber, plastic, rubber. And then this junk, whatever this stuff's called, polymer resin on all 3 of them is going to go straight. So it really depends if we want to see if we can get it to work to where the lines are going to line up perfectly. Which it looks like the one down there we'll have to do further out anyways. You know what? I think I'll just go ahead and do that. I'll take the chance of clogging up my system, and we'll just be super swift. So we want this one to be here. And not directly next to it, but here. And the other way. Yeah, I connected the water generator. The water generator was running before we... That's why this stuff is still flowing. If the water generator wasn't hooked up, it wouldn't be running. And it's running beautifully. The only thing stopping us right now is not having enough of the resin, which we're working on. Okay, let's get rid of you two. All right. Okay. 3. Hold up. We need to do... merger. What line you on? That line right there. Is that lined up with it? Yes, yes it is. Any multiple different products on each output? So with a, here's my question with a programmable splitter, right? Like you have splitters that have 3 outputs and 1 input, and then mergers that have 3 inputs and 1 output. With a programmable splitter, can I program it to have 2 inputs and 2 outputs? Is that a possibility? Because if I could utilize that for sure. No? Aww. Okay, that's fine. I'll just do it this way then. 3, 2, 1, go. And then we need that. But we can't connect it fully yet, so we're gonna do it to here. And then we need smart splitter. Why are you not matching? Come on now, you're supposed to match up. Ah, you work there. And you guys are too close. You shouldn't be too close. Well, you are though, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. I could have just dealt with that. Okay. Now, smart splitter. One there. And there. Luckily, we have enough time. Oh, I think I hear things shutting off. What was it? Rubber. So plastic, then rubber. Plastic. Darn it. Rubber. Overflow. No. You suck. Overflow. Okay. Destroy this because there's a bunch of junk on it. Yeah, I see you with junk on it too. Ooh, bit of plastic. Bit of plastic. Catch it. Come here, you turd. Gotcha. Oh, there's another one. Gotcha. Any more? Oh, there's one. Gotcha. Okay, I think that's all of them. Let's go ahead and... Why is the plastic not splitting? No wonder. There. Alright, now we have That saves us a bit of time, but not a whole lot, so... yeah, that works. We can do one merger. Oh, it's gonna look kind of ugly. But oh well. Right here. Another merger. Right here. Don't seem to like that, so we're gonna fix it. Is that why? There. There we go. Now all the plastic. Oop, I see some rubber that's escaped. I hate how you guys are different. That's just ugly. There we go. A little bend right there is whatever. Alright, let's go fix all the... Am I? Am I out of fuel? Am I out of fuel? I should probably just wait until everything is fixed and set before I do that. And then merger again. You know what would have been a great idea? If I would have just set this up in the beginning. That would have been a fantastic idea. Alright, are you done messing up? Well, not messing up, but sending the wrong product. Oh, stink. Sending a lot of rubber, bro. And it could be because it's just sending too much at once. It's just having a trouble sorting it all. I see some plastic. I don't need a Mark IV. Let's move that to Mark I. You're good. Why aren't you making any more? Oh, you're stacked up, that's why. I never connected your belt into here, didn't I? There we go. How many are you producing? 20. No, you dummy. No. How many is that? 7? Yep, that's 7. Okay. So 140. Don't need more than 3. Go, plastic, go, go, go. Okay, there we go. Are you blocked or did I not connect you? No, you're just not getting enough residual. Is it because you're blocked? Did something sneak through? Something did. Okay, should be able to slow that one down. Shouldn't need to be so aggressive. Aren't you going to merge the two different outputs of the refineries? Yes, yes. That's why this whole line's here. It's going to be plastic and rubber going down this line into there. But for now, I'm doing Mark III just so hopefully it just kind of... it catches up, you know? Well, I guess I could just keep it Mark IV. You're right. Well, even then, it's 140 for one set, and we would technically... well, it's 280. Yeah. Alright, I'll make a Mark IV. You're right, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. And this time, you happen to be right. What made me decide? I don't know, I like sushi belts, especially for storage, because they're all going to go to the same place anyways. And I can use the smart splitters to have all my plastic go into one, and I can use it separate the rubber. And then once these are full and overflowing, they're just gonna go into here. Or do you mean like for these? Because for these, I planned on doing this, so... and because I planned on doing it, that's the main reason. It just makes the back of my whole factory look kind of weird, but it's okay. We're just gonna deal with it. So it went from all nice, super nice and super neat to kind of all wonky, which these two are going to go the other direction. While we wait, let's go look at our canisters, which I see some yellow. I saw some yellow. Was it you? Oh yeah, what am I doing? I said I wasn't going to worry about this. Not till we can get a single belt line. Because we're, even though it's not gonna be a flat line, we're still producing almost 50,000 power. So yeah, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Like, I kind of planned to do it this way. And I really like doing sushi belts for large storage areas, or just storage areas in general, because we're all going to go to the same place, and that's the awesome sink, so might as well. Are these all running? Do we have another jam? Looks like we got another jam. That's so annoying. That is like the biggest downfall, which I'm sure it'll fix itself, but biggest downfall is the smart splitters not being so smart. Just afraid of them? No, I get it. Here, I have one more belt to hook up, right? And once I get that belt hooked up, I'll show you my like main storage and how it all works. I think you'll go from afraid to them to always wanting them. If that makes sense. Alright, let's disconnect. I'm gonna feed the belt all the way to here. And then we want here. And then enough room here. And yeah, it, like unless you're feeding them right into an awesome sink, like you'll need smart splitters to make it effective. Oh, I know it can help because it was rubber. I think I just saw some rubber too. Did I see rubber? No. We changed this to polymer. There we go. And that'll help with that. One thing I do see that I need to fix needs to be Mark 3. Okay. And then we need merger. And we'll go with this one this time. This one. Yeah, because that doesn't need to be there. Yeah, that works. Okay. We need to switch this to polymer resin, this to rubber, this guy to overflow, and plastic. Okay. Let's go like this, and this, and this. Not yet. I didn't do too close, because I'm gonna go ahead and raise it as well, just to make it look similar. Okay, everything should flow. Do we already have a jam? Alright, let's just do overflow for now. Catch all that rubber. There we go. Make sure no rubber snuck by me. Alright, I think we're good. But you need to be marked 4 now. Oh, I see why the rubber kept sneaking by. That's why. Okay, here. Alright, up and over. Up and over again. Merger. Why won't you merge? You merge now? You're not going to do it right, but that's an easy fix. There we go. Look at that plastic go. Looks kind of wonky. Let's see it from an aerial view. See how wonky it might actually look. You know what? It don't look that bad. No, it don't look that bad. It looks right. Yeah. Is it perfect? No. I mean, I could make it a lot neater and make, you know, the rails run right next to each other, but it's not necessary. It looks good. It looks good. And then we have the second half to do, which there's no rush. That can stay a 3. Because we got 140 coming out. Yeah. But that still needs to be a 4. It's stuttering, so we might have some clogs. You clogged? Yep. Alright, now we should be good. It should start flowing a lot smoother once it catches up. One thing I can do is speed up the belts. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's take a little break from that so I can show you the sushi belt of your dreams. You're gonna love this. Dragnok, you still there? I hope you're still there, man, because I think you're really gonna like this. Oh, I missed it. Can I stay on this? Oh, this is what I'll do. Because I do only have 3 canisters left. Ugh, look at all that junk. I'll get rid of that. Someone's shooting at me. There we go. And some meat over there. Still hanging out? Good, 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 good. one thing that I'm afraid of using is what do they call them? The pipe cannons. That's one thing I'm nervous about using. So what I'm afraid is I'm gonna set it up wrong and just launch myself to oblivion. Hypertubes, yes, hypertube cannons. Thank you. I knew there were tubes and I knew there were cannons. I just forgot the hyper part. I lost all my momentum. There we go. Okay, welcome to my iron / steel / heavy modular frame / SAM / copper. Basically everything up to heavy modular frames is being produced here. We have, hold on, instead of trying to float around, I'll use the little drone camera thing. So we got copper over there, right? And the copper's all merging into one with copper sheets, wire, and plates, and then I have another copper running over here, which I'll show you what that does. And then here we have everything in iron being made. We have the screws, plates, pipes, all the way up to the smart plating. You can see that little guy crawling there. And then they all merge, and oh yeah, and of course can't forget concrete. They're all merging into one nice, beautiful sushi line. And then that beautiful sushi line is merging into here with these smart splitters, which they would be separating them into each of these containers. Each container has its own item, which they're all basically full. You can see right there. And then when they full up, the overflow continues into the awesome sink. And then to add on two, I basically have two separate sushi lines. This sushi line is filled with all the steel items and SAM. So that's basically what this little setup is. So we have what are these called again? Reanimated SAM being created down there with the SAM. And then we have the copper and steel, well, they're iron pipes because I used an alternate recipe. The iron or the pipes and the wire coming in here, making SAM fluctuators, leading down as well, which is combining with the steel. And then down here, which this is my favorite so far. I know once the my fluid power plant gets perfect, it will probably be my favorite. But this took me so long to get right. This is my steel. Every piece of steel that you can make, from encased industrial beams all the way up to those things, and the motors are all being made. Everything is being fed and kneaded, making another sushi line. Where'd it go? Right there. Sushi lines into sushi lines. And all of those. See, I don't know if I've ever used or ever will use sushi lines for like putting things into machines or inbounds, but for outbounds, for sure. So yeah, so the two sushi lines combine into one. Nice, gorgeous. Now I have all my storage and all the more important things hooked up to dimensional depots. And then over here, our little doggos. I haven't checked on y'all for a while. Oh, crawdaddy, you know, I'm not gonna complain. Oh, ammo, thank you. Thank you, Krabby Patty. You guys are great. Dad's gonna go back to work now. The only thing I have not hooked up yet, which I will eventually, just not right now, is my little biofuel packager, which I have a ton. Okay. Hold up. I need to remember how this guy works. That's the inbound, so I need to fill you with that. And then you're gonna feed out and feed in there and start making me more packaged fuel. I did steal a sommer sloop from this, didn't I? No, I didn't. Cool. Yeah, I need more anyways. And thank you. Thank you for being impressed. Yeah, I think there is, I know I've seen a lot of videos too talking about don't use sushi lines, but it's like, I think that's the one of the only few uses for sushi lines is outbound, getting rid of stuff or storing stuff. Because if you know your output is going to be lower than your highest belt, because my highest belt is 480, as long as the outbound is less than 480, the sushi belt will work. That's one thing you also have to consider. If you're making like a massive product, what were you supposed to be using anyway? Basically, I don't know, multiple belts. But if I would have done that, I would have just had their immediate exit be storage with like a dimensional depot. Did I ever get that one? I don't know. Since it's not broke down, I don't think I did. I don't know. I've always used sushi belts. It's just worked for me. I know as maybe once structures get bigger and there's more output, I might have to adjust the things that I do. But I might not need to. Yeah, look, now that line is running smooth. Everything's running pretty. I need somewhere to land. There we go. Nice. I have 3 of these on me, don't I? Yeah. So we'll go ahead. Slap one of these on there. So that way we can start depoting our plastic. Nesmore, I've built an individual lines with storage depots on the lines. Yeah, and I mean there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you use dimensional depots. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I just like the sushi belts. I like all my storage to be in one central spot. Like that storage area you saw is not going to be the final spot. It's going to move. It's just a matter of when and where. Okay, so now we need to connect these 2 belts into these 7. Because these should all be plastic, which is going to use a lot more polymer resin. Sorry, rubber, which is going to use a lot more polymer resin. No? Yeah. We're good. Slow down. Back up. Yeah. I need to adjust those. No, those are going the right way. Because they're going to go that way with the plastic. But this should be rubber because it needs less polymer resin. This side, I need to make sure it goes that way. Oh, that looks good. Yeah. A little chaotic. But good thing we're going to be going the other way. Oh, what about the plastic and rubber, though? Is it? No, it is, isn't it? Because it's the outbound on both sides. Yep. Look, if it works, it works, you know? Who am I to judge? Yeah, just remember there'll be a delay. It's just how it is. There. It's fixed, guys. It's fixed. Goose fraba. We're kind of running out of space. I could combine them and then have them go in there. And then do the same thing to over, well, that's kind of in the way, but I could go around it. Just scoot that over. Just move the electrical poles. How do we want to do this? I could have one fit right there, and have another fit right there, or even just fit right here. That's what I get for not like pulling out the paper and properly planning this out. I could always just scoot this over, which is most likely what I'm going to do. So if I scoot that over, it's going to give me more room for at least... Yeah, it should give me plenty of room for all two of them. Because I could have had these overlapping since they merged into one at the end. Kind of played myself there. I don't really want to try and redo it all. It'd be a pain. So, I think we'll have one coming right through here, squeezing himself. How about right here? Yeah. It is not my prettiest. Why? Why are you being funky? I thought you were lined up. Are you lined up now? Huh? Are you gonna... Ew. There we go. And then the other one can squeeze himself right in here. No, stop. There we go. If you get the programmable splitter, you can just get rid of the plastic rubber line for each of the 5 lines. Yeah, probably. Which, when we were back there, we could have. But there might be a time. There'll be a time and place where we damn, that's gonna be right next to it, isn't it? That's fine. It can just sway over. Because my other option would be to come right through here. I don't really want to do that. Could, instead of making it sway over on that side, just make it sway over before. Darn it. Why? And then default. There we go. I hate it, but it'll work. Okay. So 2 mergers. That right here. Alright, yeah. It doesn't need to be lined up with that one, but I'm going to, because everything else is not lined up, and I want that lined up. But there'll probably be an episode when we have like better belts and everything, and we can go around and redesign and reconfigure. I am doing packaged or diluted fuel, and it's essentially done. It's working mostly as intended. Yeah, looks great. Super long belts. And right now, instead of awesome syncing all of my byproduct, I'm trying to properly utilize all of it so it's not just a huge waste. So I got the first half done, having the plastic and rubber separated from the polymer resin, and then the polymer resin is going to be turned into more plastic and rubber. We got the plastic part done. The diluted fuel alternate recipe. Another alternate recipe that's super helpful is the heavy oil residue alternate recipe, because I think, which one is it? Yeah, it's just an alternate heavy residue. So that, because that creates 40 heavy residue, which is a lot. So combining that with the diluted fuel really ramps up your output. Because what are we making right now? How much power? Which is not perfect yet, because I think our belts are screwing us up, which once I get a better belt, I could fix that. But we're creating almost 50,000 power off of this. And yeah, about 40,000 of that is here, and then another, well, no, actually that's wrong, 45,000 of that is roughly here. You're off kiltered. What am I doing? Goofus? No, no, that's right. That's right. Because it's gonna be. No, it's not. Because that's outbound. Big dummy. You need to go up 2 as well. You gonna work with that? Yeah. And then we merge. Oh, and by the way, welcome back, CC. It's been a while. Okay. There we go. Splitters. All done. And what was it? With these only two of them producing 7 times 20, 140, 140 times 2, 280. So we still need a Mark IV. Let me destroy that one for now. Why are you curved like that? That's ugly. Okay. Do our due diligence to make sure everything is connected right. See, what do we have? Mark II. Mark II seem to work the best. Luckily, the easiest part for this is the water. It's got the same amount of water, right? Rubber. 40 water. 40 times 7. 280. So it's a little more than the other one, I think. Yeah. 40. 20. Yeah. It's double. Still easy. No. Aha, that's why. Y'all hear things powering down? Is it the water pump? Y'all heard that though, right? Did you hear that powering down? I don't like that noise. I mean, someone's not doing their job. There we go. Okay. Those are all connected. We'll do the pipes in a second. Only needs to be 3. At least until they combine at the end, because it's 20 times 7. 140, yeah. You already connected? Yeah, you're connected. And then bam, that should be connected. Yep. Cool. Alright, that's done. I need to hook up the water. Was it the water pump? That's what I was thinking. I know I have it tuned, but water's weird. It's probably going to be a minute before this kind of tunes itself properly because of all the machines being half on and half off. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay. Should only need one water pump. Overclocked. What did we say? 240, right? So should only need a 300 pipe. 240. I'm going to connect these. 9, 9. Make sure that was right. So that way I don't accidentally connect it to the next. What? Is it 280? Is it 280, not 240? I mean, I can fix that. It's an easy fix, but yeah. Times 7, 280. So let's adjust that real quick before I forget. Yep, 40 times 7, 280. 280. There we go. Still under the 300 threshold, so that's good. Okay. There we go. Is there a power source nearby? There is not. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we put another one of these. What is that? Is that on the line? Yep. Right here. Move it along over here. There we go. Now we have that powering. That's going to pre-fill the pipes. Now we just have to worry about this. Okay, so merger. Just gonna have to deal with the backup because this thing's in the way. So do this. Not connected, but close. And then here. And here. Set one splitter to output your polymer resin and then set the other to undefined. Oh my goodness! That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Unfortunately, I'm already committed. Those are too close? Why are those too close? I guess they are too close. Let's do that for the last one, yeah? I'll do that for the last one and see how it works. Man, that makes so much sense, though. Okay. Plastic. Rubber. Connect. 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 Oh shoot, I ain't got power to that. That's not good. You, power that. That's gonna take a minute to catch up. So I can have one or the other. I can have the belt working or not working. There. You gonna work now? That's right. I did the whole connect thing to the wrong one. Yup. But hey, at least it's ready. So which one's backwards? Saying those don't help me much. I need more than those. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It should be plastic on the first one, right? First one should be plastic. Did I do it rubber plastic? I mean, it doesn't matter. No, plastic. That's the wrong one. Plastic, rubber. Oh, they're right. I mean, they're connecting to the same place anyway, so we just did that out of like because we felt like it. And why is that Mark IV? And why are you doing it that way? Okay. Bam. Overflow plastic. Did I do it the wrong way? No, I did it the right way. Rubber. No, you're good, you're good. I appreciate the eyes. The all-seeing eyes of Mateo. He catches everything, even things that are not there. What is blocking us? What is going on? It's because it's not connected. Let's set that to polymer resin. I'm fading. And then I'm gonna try Dragnock. I'm gonna try your way. I'm gonna try your way, the undefined. Hey, no plastic or rubber snuck through that time. We did it fast enough to where nothing shut down, too. Nice. Alright. Oh, I spoke too soon. No, I didn't. These are just not on yet. But we do look like we have a gem over there. Oh, I never turned them to say rubber, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should be plastic, yep. Rubber, copy. Alright. Alright, things are being said. Hold on. I'm fading. Okay. That was the last thing being said. It's alright, Mateo. Fade away. Right, you are the only one going yellow. You're rubber, so that's fine. Those are all green, so you were the only one going yellow, and that's just because you don't have enough resin. Okay. My one concern is that even if we do it the undefined way, which one will be more efficient with separating things? Like this way is separating things nice, and it's making sure all plastic and rubber is being separated from that. If I do it the other way, the undefined, one thing that I've noticed is if you overflow the smart splitters and there's too much going, it's not going to separate everything perfectly until it evens out, just like how these are. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to try it. We're still going to try it. So we need this. Is that not lined up? That better be lined up. It is. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna break that last line. Okay. Problem. Not really. So, we said one smart splitter. And in that smart splitter, we're gonna have polymer resin going straight and any undefined going right. Worst case, I sink some polymer. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so that should be all I need, because I already connected that one. Plastics already went that way, so has the see how it does. See, I learn something every day with this. Plastic, rubber, polymer, polymer, polymer. And again, when we come back and we kind of redesign all of the lines and everything, we can make this look a lot neater, especially since we only need one line. Oh, that's working so great. Look at that, Dragnok. I showed you something nice with the sushi belts. You showed me something nice with the smart splitters. I always went with left output, right put, and then overflow. But yeah, that's working so much better. We're already stuttering though. Is something make it through? Do we have enough water being made? Just don't have enough polymer. Yep, there it is. We just gotta fix all of that, and that'll prevent backups. And my phone just died, so if anyone is speaking to me, I can't really see it. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out too. I'm glad it worked out too. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Here's one. And this is probably not from the setup. This is probably from the not there we go. Just from what was left on the line. Okay, I'm just gonna feed you some. Alright, are we all good? Is our plastic rubber all set? It looks kind of wonky, but that can be fixed some other time. Nice. I'm super glad, super happy. Yeah, it definitely needs reworked. Who knows, I might do that on my free time just so I can, because I've been having an itch to play sometimes when I'm not streaming, so like fixing this so it looks more like that instead of like that. Do I have enough coming on the output? Okay, that's a good question. We have 20 times 14. 280. Okay, we're fine. But what about over here? 280 plus this plastic and rubber. Are we gonna get a backup? Are we gonna have an issue with backing up? So 280, right? Remember that, 280. If we have to separate them, that's not a big deal. That's something we can do. 20, 40, 60. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 60 times 15. Is that right? Hold on. So 20, 40, 60. 20, 40, 60. There's 5 rows of that's 5 rows with 3 of them. 580 total. Yeah, 60 times 5 is 280. Because there's 20, 40, 60. That means there's 60 in all of them. Times 5 is 280. And then the first half was 282, right? So 280 times 2, 560. Oof. It's a bit of a problem. That's too much. That's more than we can handle. So what we can do is we're gonna have to separate this, right? Essentially. Into its own storage. Own storage and its own sink. You're not going to give me enough room, so you're going to have to be all wonky. I hate it. I'm just going to have to deal with it. At least until we get more belts. $60 times 5 is 300. Yeah. 300 plus 280 is 580. Yeah. Regardless, it's over 500. Not over 9,000, but definitely over 500. And that's a problem. But a problem that can be fixed by just doing this. Why, game? You know where I want it, but you're just being stubborn. No, 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 no. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't think it put anything in here, did it? Yeah, it did. It did a little bit. It did a little bit. I need smart splitters. And then plastic. Rubber. Yeah, I'm super glad that I decided to do that math real quick, because that could have been bad. Yeah, look, everything's already starting to move more smoothly. And it works out in the end because I'll get more plastic and rubber storage. I could put dimensional depots on those. Which, this storage might be temporary. This storage might get moved to where it's going to the train. Which they both probably will, but that's besides the point. But that setup, that's moving much more smoothly now. I'm super glad I thought about that. See, I think we're already getting... Where are you backing up? Fuel. So, this place is working good, but not great. Because of the weird way we have our belts set up, it's going to be running a little wonky. So until we can get better belts to where we can combine them all the way through and don't need 2 sets of belts, it's gonna run like stage 2 cell, you know, not perfect cell, but we're looking at stage 2 for sure. So, but regardless, 48,000 power. It's way more than we're using now. We have 40,000 free power to really get phase 3 started up. I think it can too, but it'll just work. Well, hello, Koi. It'll just work. I would say it's at like 98% efficiency overall. Embrace the flood. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But yeah, to get that 100% efficiency, we need the proper belts to have a single line running from all of them. But until then, this is what we're working with. Oh, it looks so painful. Ugh. We'll work on this. We'll work on it. Maybe I'll work on it myself. Maybe we'll work on it together. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Now, let's think what our next project will be. Let's put the rubber away. That's plastic. Plastic and rubber. Are we not oh, ha 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 ha. Do we know our left from our right, dummy? I've just been sinking it the whole time. I can spell too, I swear. There we go. Now it's doing what it's supposed to do. Dummy. And then those are already full. That's fantastic. Wow, we already got 25 fix-it tickets. That's awesome. Okay, next project. I believe we need to look at the manufacturer. Next project is making modular engine and adaptive control unit. Modular engine. That is going to be interesting. So we need motors. And the motors need stators. And I don't know. We don't have any of the stators. Yeah, we have one alternate recipe, which we can make steel pipes from iron. That's good. I think the other one is what's that? The gold. Deuterium wire. And then to make motors, and then rubber and smart plating, that's easy. So this is basically all iron except the rubber, which is only 15 rubber. Don't need a lot of rubber, but if we can get a train to move enough, it just needs to move enough. Might not even need to do a train. I wonder if we can do like a car system. That'll take fuel though, and I really don't want to have to worry about allocating fuel. Allocating power is fine. So, is that the... Oh. I've never seen the back of one of these. Or the front, technically. Where it dispenses the ticket. So if I do this... Oh, I don't want to grab the tickets yet. But yeah, never saw that. There's not any iron around here. There is an iron wire recipe, but the ideal area that I'm thinking about doing this is not over here. I think it'd be easier to like move the rubber and plastic. Yeah, and there's like no iron. Ding. So yeah, the iron's not much further than I'm... Well, it's actually a lot further, but I mean, there's some iron down here that I could feed over. But where I'm thinking of doing this is there's a Caterium node near my... This is my steel, right? And there's... This is my heavy modular. And then right here is probably where I'm going to build this, because there's Caterium right here, and you can produce so much Caterium off of one pure node. I'm going to use that and some iron, which I think is around here somewhere too. And I can use that to make the motor, the modular engine. And then next thing I have to think about is adaptive control unit. Again, I could probably do that same spot. Automated wiring. There's a copper node over there as well. There's two of them actually. Heavy modular. I can use the iron over there. The only thing that might be difficult is circuit boards and computer. So that will take plastic. So we should be able to move the plastic over there too. We can make Caterium wire if we need to. Or Caterium wire, which we can turn into cable. And then copper sheets with the copper that's already over there. But any wire or cable we can deal with Caterium. That's the same with the stators. And then we'll have the iron to make the smart plating and the everything else. So we shouldn't need any steel. We can essentially use iron and Caterium and a little bit of copper to make everything we need. And then all we would have to do is move the plastic and rubber we need all the way to this spot. And we can do that with a train. We can build a train system that runs all the way down this line and drop it off. And it can just bounce back and forth. That's the plan. I wouldn't say it's as big of a project as this. I think the train part's going to be logistically the hardest part. Figuring that out. But other than that, it should be good. Because, I mean, we don't need very much plastic or rubber. Just for, if we're only making one... Was it one set of 5 or 6? If we're only making 1 per minute, geez, that's not a lot. It's not very much plastic. 4 there, 16 there. Well, 4 times 5, that's 20. 16 for 2 of them, or 1 of them. 32. So 56, that's not a lot. And then 15 rubber, it's also not a lot. Not a lot at all. So, I mean, what we could do is tune some of these down and move exactly that much to the train and have it transport. What I could also do with the programmable splitter, if I can move just, you know, I could also have it to where I'm moving everything if the train can do that much. That way I can have my plastic and rubber going into my central storage area and not here. Is there a need to do that? No. Would I like to do that? Most definitely. So everything here is doing what it can. I think it's time to head back. No flooding today. Is that off? Oh, yeah, I should destroy that. It's just hanging out there. But everything's running great. I'm super happy. I'm super happy. Again, we're running probably 98% efficiency on this and won't be able to get to 100. Oof. Until we get better belts. Oh, we're leaving my vehicle. We don't want to leave my vehicle. I got things to run over anyways. But once we get to the next tier, oh, the guys are over there. Alright, we know not to run into the big guy. He's gonna make us freaking bounce everywhere. This is a neat truck, though. Yeah, the chances of me just moving everything to go into like a central storage isn't too far off. I mean, I'll still have it like going into its own storage and then into a sink just to make sure that there's never like an overflow issue. That whatever canisters that I use, or you know, train rails or tracks or sections that I use to move the rubber and plastic is more than enough for it. But first we have to build the factory that we want and then move everything over with the trains. Because I'd rather have the plastic kind of like on a standby for the those parts and then overflowing into a storage / sink. Thinking about ramping it, but I think this is fine right here. Do I have anything in you? No, just fuel. I also want to move this thing. Why are you showing yellow? Oh, because you're not getting any input to turn into 30%. Yeah. Which is surprisingly a thing. I also need to rework this belt because I'm pretty sure I could run most of this on probably one. Still maybe two, but at least one belt line. Okay, I'm going to show you this area that I'm talking about and show you all the resources available. They're impure nodes, but I can work around them. I mean, these shouldn't be super extensive. Not as extensive as this guy. You know, 4 impure nodes just for producing how many heavy modular? Oh, sorry, 5. 5 impure nodes just for 2 a minute. That's insane. which I can feed this in. How many did we need? Did we need 2 per minute? Right here. Right here. So we got these iron to work with. Are they pure, normal? If they're normal, that's awesome. Impure. Normal? Impure. That's what I get for trying to do everything in the safe shallows. And I think there's copper around here. Copper. See, there's the Caterium. Yeah, it's right over here. Okay. It's just down further. So 2 copper nodes I can feed up and make the copper sheets that we need. And then I believe this Caterium node is a pure node. So since it's a pure node, I mean, we'll have more than enough Caterium to turn into Caterium wire, which we can turn into cable. We can use it just to turn it into wire. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot. I wish we could use the Caterium for a lot more. So this will essentially be our main staging ground, but there's some things we might need to set up first. How many heavy modular? You only need 1. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good, because since we're producing 2, all we need to do is a splitter. It'll send 1 over there and then send 1 to package. That's all we gotta do. That's perfect. We don't need to build this god-awful thing again. Well, it wasn't really god-awful. I think I did pretty good. Everything's tuned out well. But yeah, so I know that beep. But yeah, I know this is what you're talking about, putting things right at the end like that for storage. Yeah, I do that too for temporary things. So that's the plan. Hopefully it works out. I want to get on top of this. So this will be the staging ground for the next 2 parts of our phase 3, because we need phase 3 done so that way we can get to the next part, which will be further than I have ever gone. We will be charting into new territory. I mean, dealing with the outbound residue was already charted new territory. And maybe with that much plastic and residue, as long as there's enough iron, we could probably make it to where we're making more than 1 modular engine and adaptive control unit. But until then, 7, I wish we could at least see what's in 7. But we won't. Hey Koi, why is 6 afraid of 7? Oh, Koi, have you seen this? Watch this. I'm okay. I still remember the first time I did that. I was like, will that kill me? Only one way to find out. Alright, well, that's it for today. I gotta go to bed, work and stuff. My phone died anyways. So I have to get lucky and see the chat on the TV. But because 7 killed a man? Because not quite, almost. It could be like a language barrier, we'll see. Because 6 is afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. Alright. And I'm going to leave y'all with that. Okay, bye. Subscribe and stuff. Please. Thank you.